Good morning. I am Alkanegi Tomar. Today we are going to share the story of Baba Farid, the great Sufi saint in the series of Saints of India. The story borrows from Mr. R.K. Gupta's book Saints and Mahatmas of India and also from legends. Baba Farid lived in the second half of the 13th century. He was a very pious man. Saints and fakirs considered it a great fortune to pay visit to him. Baba Farid's ancestry is traced to a very pious and saintly soldier family that lived in Kabul. They migrated to Punjab in 1187. Political and social situation during this period were very turbulent. Baba Farid was balm on the festering blister of religious conflict during that period. He spread the message of love and peace among all humanity. His mother, Karsum Bivi, a devout lady, was his first teacher. She taught him about the love of God. She would keep sugar under his pillow and tell him that God gives sugar to those who love him. The child was greatly influenced by this. His behavior became very polite and disposition sweet, thereby giving him the name Farid Ganshakar. Farid received spiritual training in Quran in his initial years. According to a popular folklore, an eminent mystic called Jalaluddin Tabrizi was going towards Delhi. He passed through Kahatwal and inquired if there was any mystic in the town. He was told that there was no mystic, but a young lad who was a devout Muslim. He always busied himself with the doings of the mosque. Tabrizi wanted to meet him. On his way, he was offered a pomegranate that he kept to offer to the lad. When Tabrizi met Farid, he broke the fruit into two and offered the fruit to Farid. Farid refused to take the fruit as he was fasting that day. The mystic Tabrizi left the place with a very disappointed look. Farid noticed this and was sad at not receiving the gift offered to him. He saw a single seed of the ripe fruit fallen on the ground. He picked it up and ate it when he broke his fast. The moment he swallowed the single seed, he felt the illumination of enlightenment. Baba Farid felt sorry that he had taken only one seed. Had he eaten the whole fruit? Years later, he asked his guru, Qutb al-Din Bakhtiyar Chishti, about this incident. The guru laughed it off, saying that all the blessing was in that one seed that he consumed, and there was nothing in the rest of the fruit. It was from then that the Chishtis eat the whole pomegranate in order to not miss that one seed that holds the blessings. Saint Farid went on Hajj to Makkah and Medina, and then, on his guru's advice, he started living a frugal life of a mendicant. He ate less, slept less, and spoke less, as they hindered his progress in divinity. He gave up all possessions and lived in a deep forest for a period of 12 years. His fame reached far and wide, and he came to be known as the loving Saint Farid. Nizamuddin Aulia became his disciple. Once in his ecstasy, Nizamuddin Aulia remarked that there was no one else in the world like his peer Maulana Farid. Maulana Farid's aura was such that men and women would wander after him. Saint Farid used to say that the relation between Jivatma and Paramatma is that of wife and husband. Jivatma cannot find the eternal bliss in the absence of Paramatma. He would say that God alone was worthy of love. Baba Farid was a poet mystic. Guru Granth Sahib includes his poetry. He sang and danced in praise of the One Almighty. All were one in his eyes. His love for every being brought him disciples who practiced different religions but took to the one that he followed, that of love and compassion. Thank you very much for being with us. We are committed to bring many more such stories to you. Till then, take care. Bye.